Alrighty then, so F-18 double feature today. Starting with the F-A-18A Hornet in the colors of Angel 3. We got the leading edge root extension up here. The museum received this Hornet in around 2010. It served with the Blue Angels from about, I think, the late 90s all the way up to 2009. Intake and the splitter plate system. We just put this one back on display after doing all the repaint work on it. You'll have to pardon any traffic noise. We did park these airplanes next to the road. Here's your aileron, flap, and your tail. Here's your bureau number, 62826. There's your elevator. Now when the Navy gave us this one, they actually let us keep the burner cans on here. And this right here, this is how you know it's a real Blue Angel. It's got the spray thing for the smoke. And here's your arrestor hook. Right hand elevator, elevon, I forget which on the F-18. Your right hand tail fin. Take a look up underneath here. You have to pardon any noise because it is an active airport after all. There's your Blue Angels decals. And there we are again. Now over to the other one. This is an F-A-18C Plus, which is a F-A-18C Hornet that's been upgraded with newer avionics. The museum received this one in late 2024. It was one of our more recent acquisitions. It flew in from the nearby Naval Air Station, where it had been serving with VMFA 112. This aircraft was built in, I think, the late 80s, early 90s, and was used by several different squadrons before going to the boneyard in the 2010s, and then being pulled out of the boneyard later on that decade to be given over to VMFA 112, who then flew it until around September, October of 2024. I got the landing gear. And of course, once again, we have the splitter plate, the air intake for the engines, and the strake up here. If I recall correctly, that was for sort of dividing the airflow when it was going back over the fuselage into the tail, because they found out early on in the Hornet's life cycles that if they didn't have that, then the tail fins would flutter a lot more, and that could risk catastrophic tail fin breakage. Not something you really want in a combat aircraft. Up under here we've got the missile rail. And this one's bureau number 163735. And VMFA 112 will be transferring over to the F-35B sometime around the end of the decade, if not sooner. First here we've got the where the burner can should be. And so the tail hook sticks out a little further on this one than it does on the Blue Angel. Here's the elevons again. We have been doing a little bit more restoration on this aircraft. Now, unlike the Blue Angel, this one has folding wings. We did have to do a little bit of shenanigans to get that to work. But they did leave the folding wing mechanism in this aircraft. Makes it a lot easier to move around if we decide to rearrange things. So this is right-hand wing. Let's see, we've got the landing gear and missile rail down here. Let's look up under here. Let's take a look inside that gear bay real quick. And the other one. And while we're here, why not take a look inside the nose gear bay? Yep, that's where that all goes. Alrighty.